Good morning. We're going to come at it from a little bit different perspective today because I want you to begin to see something, maybe like you've never seen it before, speaking specifically about your dream. Did you know that your enemies may be your dream's best friend? Let me just say it again. Your enemies are your dream's best friend. Remember when Joseph told his brother about all of his brothers about his dream? They instantly turned from a loving family to enemies. And from that day on, he faced resistance from his very family. Regardless of what they did, Joseph stayed true to his dream. And their resistance eventually wound up positioning him even closer to seeing his dream come true. Let's think about it for a minute. They intended to kill him, thus kill his dream. Yet instead, their intent was literally moving Joseph towards his dream. You know, like Joseph, any resistance you encounter will bring about some sort of movement on your part. Think about two people in line for the same promotion. They each have a choice: move forward or shrink back. When you encounter resistance, you have the same choice: move forward or step back. Movement will happen one way or the other, but the direction that you move is up to you. Will you step backwards or will you step up? Will you push forward towards your dream? Because in all that I'm saying today, the choice is yours. Over the years, I've been privileged to be in positions of authority, being supervisors and directors in different organizations, leading other people, having a staff of 40, 45 people in one place, and then I currently have a staff of about 12 people. But I've been in positions where I've watched the dream that was on the inside of different people, some who recognized that dream and some who didn't. And so I also recognized that there were those, in fact, there was a young man, I remember this was, oh my gosh, maybe 20 years ago, 25 years ago, young man that worked for me. And at the time, 25 years ago, I was at Kenneth Copeland Ministries, and I was over what was considered the IT department, even though it's nothing like it is today. And this young man came in and I hired him, and he was very intelligent. He was very smart. He caught on very quickly to computers and to programming and to all the things that were necessary in the role and in the job I hired him for. But one day during a time that I was evaluating his past year, and we were sitting across the desk from one another, I asked him what his dream was. And he said, "I don't know." And I said, "But what is your desire? I mean, do you want to do this the rest of your life and develop technologically in the IT world? Or do you want to do something else?" And he said, "I don't know." But during the process, I found that his hobby was, or what he really was thinking about, the desire that he had on the inside of him was he wanted to be a pilot. And I had to dig that out of him, as it were. And he finally fessed up. Really, I'd like to be a pilot. A year later, we came back to evaluating how he had done the last 12 months. I said, "How you doing on your pilot thing? I mean, have you started taking lessons or anything?" "Nah, I haven't. I don't have time for that. I haven't had time for that." And I said, "You really need to do that." A year later, we're back at evaluating how he had done the last 12 months. And again, he was an excellent employee, great at what he did. I asked him about this pilot thing, and he said, "Well, I haven't done anything." And I said, "This year, you're going to do something about that. And I'm going to help you do it. You're going to do something about that." And you know what? He went and got his single engine license. And make a long story short, 20 some odd years later, the man's a corporate pilot, flying jets all around the world for a great man, Kenneth Copeland. Flying him to Asia, flying him to Russia, flying him to England, flying him all over the United States of America. He's a corporate pilot, expanding the kingdom of God, but doing it a different way. Instead of doing it through IT, he's doing it by being a pilot and flying the man of God to places all over the world. That to me is a victory. You know why? Because I finally watched this young man step up instead of step back. For a while, he was just sedentary. He just let his dream not be realized, and he didn't do anything about it. But I kept poking on him. I kept poking on him. And I kept poking on him until one day he did something about his dream. I'm poking on you. I'm poking on you. I'm poking on you. Step up.